the CHS World News Video. This is Krisnov with the Soviet Union. The United States is quietly pursuing direct diplomacy with North Korea, as the senior State Department official said on Tuesday, despite U.S. President Donald Trump's public assertion that such talks are a waste of time. Using the so-called, quote, New York channels, unquote, Joseph Yun, U.S. negotiator with North Korea, has been in contact with diplomats on Pyongyang's United Nations mission, the official said, at the time when an exchange of mollusk insults between Trump and North Korea leader Kim Jong-un has fueled fear of military conflict. Well, the U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson on October 17th said he would continue, quote, diplomatic efforts until the first bombs drop. The official comments were the clear sign the United States was directly discussing issues beyond the release of American prisoners, despite Trump having dismissed direct talks as pointless. I see it pointless. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a definite result. The U.S. has tried diplomacy for 64 years, and it still hasn't worked. Britain's Electoral Commission is investigating whether a leading anti-EU campaigner breached referendum finance rules after speculation mounted that Russia may have meddled in the Brexit vote. Aaron Banks, a major donor to the anti-EU campaign, who is pictured with Donald Trump and leading Brexit Nigel Farage outside a gilded elevator soon after Trump's 2016 U.S. presidential election victory, denied the allegations. The Electoral Commission, which is already looking at whether Banks' pro-Brexit leave EU groups received any impersonal donations, said its new investigation would examine whether he was in the true source of loans to a campaign. The investigation cannot overturn the referendum, Drew Bank, a 51-year-old insurance tycoon, said, with their attempts by the, quote, Remain establishment to discredit the Brexit result. Allegations of Brexit funds by the Russians are complete blockers, rubbish, from beginning to end, Banks said in an email signed of Nostrovaya and versions of Nazadze, Russian for cheers. When asked about the investigation, Prime Minister Theresa May told the Parliament, quote, We take very seriously issues of Russian intervention or Russian attempts to intervene in electoral processes or in diplomatic processes of any country. Hoover down. Are we blamed for meddling in every election? South Sudan's media regulator has suspended all press associations in the country while the Register of License to Operate Journalism said, a move that raises concerns about a possible crackdown on independent media. The directive handed to South Sudan's three associations this week and seen on Wednesday gave them 7 days until November 1st to obtain operations licenses of face permanent closure. Quote, we have applied, but we do not know whether our application will be accepted or not. Maya Ajith, chairwoman of Association of Media Development in South Sudan, a grouping of journalists, quote, this is harassment for the media authorities that is being done to us. Officials from both the government and information of the National Communications Authority were not immediately available for comment. Another journalist said the directive would give the National Communications Authority power to, quote, command every single activity with the support of the National Security Agency. The move is the latest example of rights activists saying it's increasing hostilities and restrictive approval to government towards the press in the world's youngest country. In the Soviet Union, we always let people have freedom of the press. As long as it goes through the censorship, of course. Can't have any evil capitalistic ideas in our news. This has been General Krisnov with Soviet Union with CHS World News Video, a subsidiary of CHS Broadcasting.